20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. One of my favorite parts of the week, Adam, is this part right here.
Yeah.
Justice League estate sales. Do I say is in the studio? Are in the studio? I don't know. Is are. Greg
Well, half of us.
Greg and Melissa Miller are in the studio. Paul and Stacy are not. Where are Paul and Stacy today?
They are out working on a big, important, exciting project coming soon.
So I always say that your best bet for the listeners, I mean, is to go to their website. So I went to their website. Let me see what I found here. I didn't really get a chance to look at it. What is this blue door? What is that?
That is the door to our warehouse,
Oh,
which is our
okay.
nonprofit, which that is where we will be this weekend.
Yep.
So you're doing a warehouse sale this
A
weekend?
big sale. We've got probably the remnants of 25 estate sales in that warehouse.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It is massive.
People are going to go crazy to come and buy these things. Great deals because we really, really mark them down. All the money goes to charity. We gather it all up and we help people do whatever we can. So none of that
Wow.
money, it's all volunteers, nonprofit. And they can get such great deals on things that they've been holding out and looking for in a long time.
And when and where?
It's going to be Saturday and Sunday morning from 9 to 3.
9 to 3.
9 to 3.
And where is the warehouse?
It is off of Mary Camp Road. If you turn at Mary Camp Animal Hospital, it's in the back.
Okay.
The address is on our website.
Yeah. Oh, I've cried in that parking lot
Why?
Yeah.
because my dog died.
Oh, that's where
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That's like I
Our
said.
middle daughter works at a vet clinic.
Oh,
and
really?
She was here visiting for Christmas, and she was telling us that she had to work the Rainbow Bridge, and we're like, what is that?
Oh my gosh. Don't you hate
Yes.
that? I mean,
Oh.
I love it's a beautiful way to say it, but
Yeah.
it means the
and
same
she
thing.
explained it all to us, and we were like, oh, that's sad.
So what do you got? What's in the warehouse?
Oh, there's
Any accordions?
no accordions.
There's probably a piano in there somewhere.
I think there's an organ in there. There is some vintage radios in there.
Oh, yeah.
There is plates, pots, pans, artwork. China
Tons
hutch.
and tons of art.
Yes.
There is some beautiful Tiger Oak furniture, a Tiger Oak bed, Tiger Oak curio cabinet, dresser. There's some real high-end furniture in there.
I think that bed's about 100 years old.
Yeah, it's
all
beautiful.
hand-carved.
It's gorgeous.
It is amazing.
There is going to be some estate jewelry there.
Yep.
Couches, love seats. I think there's a few. There might be a bed.
Chairs.
Is the mattress 100 years old too?
There's no mattress.
We have an electric jazzy chair, so if
Yes.
a customer's looking for one of those, they sit in it and drive it around.
What?
We have one of those.
Jazzy. Yeah.
That's what it's called, a jazzy chair?
Jazzy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing that the lady beep, beep, beep
Yep.
in Walmart? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yes. Run over your feet.
What else do we have? I mean, there's just so much. We haven't opened that warehouse since June because we've been so busy.
Oh, wow.
So that just tells you how much stuff is stockpiled.
Yeah, wow.
We're going to be bringing it out in the tables outside.
Oh,
So
okay.
when people get there Saturday morning, they'll be able to just go crazy.
So if I click on the link on your site, will I see some of the items photographed?
Not
until
yet.
Friday
Oh,
night.
okay.
Friday
Yes.
night. And that's because we're not organized and we have to get organized.
Oh, okay. This is a big deal then.
Oh, it's huge.
the fact that you give it all to the charity too, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Stacy just reminded me to tell you guys that there is boxes upon boxes of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
Like what?
Yeah.
Any Beatles albums? Let's see.
Oh, no.
The kind of thing I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
Well, so
The
then
white
you've
one,
got
the white
the
album.
sale this weekend, and then do you have another sale? Because you just seem to,
Not this weekend, but,
But next
week we
weekend?
have three.
3.
oh, 3 of them.
And
3.
every one of them is amazing sales. One of them is in Gainesville, has all kinds of artifacts from Africa, from Vietnam, from Korea, Turkey. The guy who lived in that house was a Air Force pilot, and he retired.
Oh, wow.
And then after he retired, 40-something years old, he goes back to law school at UF and becomes a lawyer.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Travels all over the place, collects all these things. The son was telling us yesterday there is a crossbow on the wall that is a real life crossbow from Vietnam.
It might not be live.
Oh.
There is an Italian marble table that they got when they were in Turkey and brought it back to America.
There's a hookah in there, really old vintage
Ooh.
hookah.
There you go.
There's
A
a
hookah.
lot of mirror
there's
art.
about a 5-foot Buddha.
Yes.
Oh my
5 foot Buddha.
Yep.
Wooden Buddha. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Now, all those pictures are up.
Yes.
How come all the followers of Buddha are skinny and he's fat?
He ate
And all the followers of Jesus are fat and he's skinny. What happened there?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Jesus feeds his people better than Buddha.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
on a
Good
spot, you got
answer.
fish, you got bread, you
Yeah,
got
there you go.
water to wine.
Let's see what else we have next week.
I just
Next
hope
week
lightning
we have-
doesn't strike me
We
now.
have an amazing sale right here in Ocala that has got a lot of antiques, a lot of sewing equipment, and if anybody quilts, there is a quilting machine that's about the size of this table.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yep.
There's a machine that
It's a
quilts?
machine. Yes.
Ah, my mother would have loved that. My mother made so many quilts, but they're all every stitch by hand.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I don't quote me on this, but I think they do make the quilts by hand. I think this machine is how they put it all together and the backing.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I'm not sure, but I think this is how it all
Because
comes
it
together.
does have
But the
big spools with it of fabric.
fabric, so it's how they
Attach
I
the
think
back.
the quilting is actually when they put it all together and the batting in
Oh,
between. I think that's
right.
the quilting process.
Right.
But I don't think any quilter doesn't do their squares by hand.
Do you have like sewing skills? Do either of you? Like,
Oh,
No, not me.
I don't
I
want
have
to be
mending
sexist.
skills.
Mending?
Mending. I can mend a little, but no.
Yeah, lots of antiques. John Deere lawnmower, that's a really great one. And then the other one we have is in the village, or very close to the villages, and it's Indian
Pewter.
artifacts.
Pewter and pewter.
Lots and
Oh, I
lots of
love
pewter,
pewter.
collectible stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really, really nice one. So those are all three just great sales to be prepared for next week.
Pewter's, I like pewter too, pewter things, yeah.
Oh, there's tons
Yeah,
of
there's
it in
a
here.
massive
There's
amount.
pictures on that one also.
Yep.
So all four of you, you've been through all of the three that are coming up, and you've itemized everything and photographed it and did your videos and all
Yes.
that. How does that? How long?
Not the pewter house, no. The pewter
we
house,
do
we're
that
doing
tomorrow.
that tomorrow.
Yeah.
How long does that take you? I was going to ask to do one.
The four of us have gotten really, really good at doing it and at laying it out, staging it. We work in such unison that we can get through a full house in about 8 hours, the four of us together. Or if it's just an easy, a smaller house, maybe just a couple hours. Yeah.
Like tomorrow, we'll actually be setting up two houses because they're smaller and we're very efficient. So we'll do one in the morning, we'll have a little bit of lunch, and then we'll do the second one.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the house was unreal.
Yeah.
It actually took the four of us plus two of our employees. So it took six of us about 7-8 hours
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
Do you ever have an item that maybe two or more people want,
Yes.
and they will actually try to outbid? Do they do that, or do you not allow that?
We don't do that. It's a first come, first serve because we don't want to ever
Do they do that among
get any
themselves?
animosity. I don't know. Nobody's ever
We've
said
had,
that.
yeah, well, no, but they've had people. We did at that one sale. The lady got there first for the canisters, and she paid like $40 from them. And there was another lady in line. She's like, "I'll give you 60 for them right now."
And?
And she said, "No, I want them."
Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, they do barter amongst themselves. And like a couple weeks ago, we had a lady there was a lady talking to me about a table, and another lady walked up. She's like, "Well, I want the table. I'm just going to buy it right now." And I'm like, "No, unfortunately, we don't work that way. I was already talking to this person. If I'll finish with
Oh,
them."
did you have to
If
be tough with her?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. And she was very understanding. And so then these people just kept going back and forth. And I was like, finally, I said, "Listen, I'm not being rude, but you have 2 minutes to make a decision. Either you purchase it or I need to move on to the next person. It's not fair.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can't make them wait.
No.
Yeah. So you know what? We've known you for a long time now, but I never asked you this. Did those skills happen as a result of doing this, or did you always have that?
Well, my side, mine and Paul, both of us come from retail background. I started in retail when I was 16. Paul, I think the same thing. We've done retail our whole lives.
Okay.
And Melissa's customer service, and Stacy, same thing, customer service.
Okay.
So we developed it over time.
So that what you just described that you have to do sometimes. I don't know if it's called tough love, but it's tough.
Well, it is. It's
not
tough
love.
love. And what's funny is, Stacy is like the nicest person you'll ever meet. She doesn't want any confrontation, whatever. Greg kind of too. He don't really care. Paul and I, we're the first one to jump. Oh no, you're not doing that. You're not as. But we have weekends where I'm like, I'm not going to say anything, and then Stacy be like, no, that's not the way it's going to be. So you never know which one of us is going to come at you. So you better just be leery.
Oh my gosh.
If you make Stacy mad, you have accomplished something. Because
Oh, I would never make her mad. She's so sweet. You're all so sweet.
And Adam, they do a wonderful thing with these sales. They start Thursday through Saturday.
Thursday through Saturday.
And then they'll decrease the price.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll have special sales on Sunday, but you gotta.
You got to be on the mailing list or follow us on Facebook so that you can get those announcements.
Yeah.
Because we just never know. It's random to us. We may not know till a Saturday afternoon that we're going to do a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
We had an issue happen at this past weekend I really want to address. At the end of the day, everything in that home belongs to the homeowner.
Yeah.
We do ask them, once we set up a sale and we photograph it, please don't take items out, because we do have people that are coming a long way for those particular items. But I would really want our customers to understand, at the end of the day, this does belong to the owner. If they want to come in and take something, we cannot stop them.
Wow, yeah.
And we had this happen this past weekend. The gentleman's daughter is in the military. She came home the night before the sale. That was the first opportunity she had to walk through her grandparents' house. She did decide there was a few items she wanted. How do you tell someone, no, you can't have your grandmother's dishes? You can't. You can't. You can't tell them. You know, these people are emotionally distraught at that point.
Yeah.
You know, they see everything laid out. She remembers grandma making cookies.
Right.
Well, it was like really late at night, so the customer was not able to tell us, reach out and tell us that they had taken these items. So the next morning when we got there for the sale, the customer said, hey, by the way, my daughter took these items. I'm very sorry, you know, and we're like, it's okay. It's your stuff, you know. I mean, the gentleman's distraught. We had a customer in line that was there for those particular items.
Oh, no.
We explained the situation. The customer was very upset. We understand.
Oh, no.
We understand that they drove.
Yeah,
We tried to make it right. You know, there was no fixing it. The customer, you know, really had some not nice things to say. You know, said some bad things about us. And the reason I'm telling the story is I want you guys to understand that at the end of the day, these stuff belongs to these families.
Yeah, we provide a service, not the product.
Right.
The customer provides the product.
Right.
And it's theirs. They own it. We're just doing the service for them. And we want everybody to understand that we have that compassion for them. And we have to keep that in check. We have to make sure that we're always there for that customer.
And if you were there, wouldn't you want the same thing? I mean, the person that was there to buy those bowls, they had no attachment to those bowls.
I understand completely where you're coming from. I think that person needed a little, what do you call it, attitude check? What is it?
Yeah, well, they got a reality check. And
Reality
the homeowner,
check.
the
Did they get it from
homeowner
you?
No, from the homeowner.
Oh,
Because they had
well,
written,
good,
they had
good.
written something not very nice. The homeowner went on there and said, this is not fair. You are blaming this company for something that I did.
Oh, it was online.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
And we are one of the, if not the fairest and honest company out there, and we don't cheat, we don't take things, we don't pre-sell. So when someone questions our integrity, we take it personally.
And you know what? Just by talking about it this passionately kind of reinforces what we already know about you guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Because again, you don't do this for money. You do this for compassion, for taking care of people, and we do it for the benefit of being able, on the other side of taking care of, you know, people who need things, the children that or the autism or whatever it is we're helping at that particular time. So it's not about getting rich off of anybody. You're not going to get rich off of anybody's stuff.
And we're
here for those people.
We have dealers that come in and buy from us. They deal at antique stores or whatever, and we love that. We appreciate the business. But the one thing we don't like is when a dealer comes in and says, oh, well, I need to be able to make money on this. You know, you've got it priced too high. You need to understand we are not there for you. We are there for the family.
Right.
You know, we appreciate your business and we want you to shop us, but we have to get our customer the most money we can get them. So we offer a service to our customer, and the product, that's a great way to say it. The product is just...
Yeah, so oftentimes the thing you got to think about, these people have just gone through, besides losing a loved one, tremendous expenses. Funerals nowadays are extremely expensive.
I know.
Coming down from out of state, you know, and cleaning up these houses and running U-Hauls and taking home valuables is tremendously expensive. we have to do what we can to help them get their money.
A lot of times they have to maintain these homes for a small period of time
Yeah.
in order for us to
Right.
do this.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
that's expenses.
You guys are great as always.
You're the most compassionate people that we know.
We try. We
thank
really do.
you.
So
try.
I wanted, before we wrap it up, Robert and I are retiring on Friday,
That's
and
so
we have
sad.
gotten to know you guys. We love you guys. I would recommend you at a minute, in a second. So we love what you do. Now we come out and see some of the stuff
Well,
you
I was
do.
just going to say, it's sad that you're retiring, but great for you that you get to relax and come visit us.
That's
Yes.
it. Absolutely. And for the listeners, let me tell you, the best thing is the website. It's JusticeLeagueEstateSales.com. You can look at the stuff for sale. And don't forget, this weekend is the warehouse sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, all you're buying there, all your proceeds are going to charity.
Yes.
It's completely nonprofit, so come buy as much as you can.
Yeah.
For autism, seeking
good.
justice.
And
for
remember,
autism.
big surprises coming
Yes, next
very, very
week.
soon. So
big
when
announcement.
that happens, we actually need your help getting this warehouse cleaned out.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Yep.
I got two strong arms, Robin. I can help.
I know. Is it a good reason? Are
It
you
is
happy
a
with the reason?
fantastic
Well,
reason.
it's an opportunity. It is an opportunity that that honestly 2.5 years ago when we started this business, Paul spoke this opportunity into the universe, and we all kind of was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But it's actually coming to fruition, and
Oh, I can't wait to find out what it
Believe
Be
is.
listening
Yeah.
next week
Yep.
then, because
Yes.
we can't wait to
Well,
hear.
you're in good hands with Adam. Adam is your new
Nice to meet
host.
you're
you
going
so-
to be missed. You both are going to be missed
That's
so
so
much.
sweet of you to say. And Adam is outstanding. I'm so glad Adam said yes when Dan invited him to do this. So
And for next week, there's a programming change for Justice League Estate
Yes.
Sales.
Oh, is there?
It will begin at 10:35
Yep.
a.m. Eastern
Yes.
Time.
Cool.
So 10:35 a.m. Eastern Time is the new programming time for
okay.
every Tuesday at 10:35 a.m. Eastern
We'll be here.
Time.
We'll be here.
okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. We
again.
appreciate you.
All right. We will be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
The whole town's talking about the Camellia Show at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Hundreds have visited so far, and they say it's the best camellia show ever. Time for you to visit this 5-acre garden with hundreds of camellias, 50-year-old camellia trees, rare and exotic specimens, too. The show is free, but you can join the camellia lovers with your very own Bob Wine's heirloom camellia for as low as $19.99. Bob Wine's is celebrating Florida Arbor Day with a terrific tree sale. All shade trees, ornamental trees, citrus trees are buy one, get one at half price. Shrubs, indoor plants, herbs, hanging baskets, azaleas, roses, gardenias, and perennials are 50% off just for Arbor Day. The Camellia Show Spectacular and a huge Arbor Day tree sale right now at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, in the same blooming place